Deutsche Bank staff saw suspicious activity in Trump and Kushner accounts.
Here's a summary of the article.
Anti-money laundering specialists at Deutsche Bank recommended in 2016 and 2017 that multiple transactions involving legal entities controlled by Donald J. Trump and his son-in-law, Jared Kushner, be reported to a federal financial crimes watchdog. Former Deutsche Bank employees said the decision not to report the Trump and Kushner transactions reflected the bank's generally lax approach to money laundering laws. Amanda Miller, a spokeswoman for the Trump Organization, the umbrella company for the Trump family's many business interests, said, "We have no knowledge of any flagged transactions with Deutsche Bank." She said the Trump Organization currently has no operating accounts with Deutsche Bank. She did not respond when asked if other Trump entities had accounts. Deutsche Bank's decision not to report the transactions is the latest twist in Mr. Trump's long, complicated relationship with the German bank, the only mainstream financial institution consistently willing to do business with the real estate developer. During a period when most Wall Street banks had stopped doing business with him after his repeated defaults, Deutsche Bank lent Mr. Trump and his companies a total of more than $2.5 billion. Several employees said they had complained about the bank's anti-money laundering processes to Joshua Blazer, the head of Deutsche Bank's Financial Crimes Investigations Division in Jacksonville, and had then been criticized for having a negative attitude. Mr. Blazer, hired by Deutsche Bank in 2017 to strengthen the bank's financial crime fighting apparatus, declined to comment.
This post received a score of 26,169, with an upvote ratio of 84%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
We still have no idea where Trump Org got the money, primarily on golf courses, the precise time period when his lender Deutsche Bank and the precise period Eric Trump reportedly bragged they were buying. It doesn't appear that he was getting direct lending from Deutsche for these purchases, but Deutsche did loan to Russian bank VTB right after Russia's election assistance to Trump was revealed, a loan which had no documented purpose in DB's records. Trump Org and Kushner companies are private companies, so we have no way of illuminating any of this other than through congressional inquiry. To force them not to comply with congressional subpoenas.
Edit. Regarding if Mueller would have been going past his bounds mandate on the investigation by looking at other topics including Russian money financials, the authorization included, the very first part of the mandate's enumerated instructions was to look for any links between the Russian government and people associated with the campaign. The reason for this is that the Mueller investigation was supposed to be continuing a counterintelligence investigation. Counterintelligence investigations can investigate crimes as they come across them, but that isn't their primary purpose. Counter-intel investigations are supposed to look for all relevant facts and connections to form a picture of what's actually happening regarding another country's operations and motivations, regardless of criminality.
Yep. He appears to have regarded Trump's finances as entirely outside his mandate. The word Deutsche Bank, Trump's only Western lender of note for a decade, occurs not even once in the 400-page report.
I think he had legitimate concerns that him overstepping what was perceived as his mandate would end the investigation. Even as it was, he was accused of overstepping repeatedly.
Well, at least his report had a clear-cut conclusion that Congress has faithfully acted on.
Luckily, once Mueller testifies, this should be enough for impeachment unless Democrats and Republicans lose their backbone, honor, and principles and have forgotten their oath. Edit. Russian trolls want you to think that impeachment is impossible. They like to crush hopes so that you won't go for it and give up and stay home because they're afraid of impeachment trials. Mueller himself wrote that impeachment is a possible remedy in his report. Even if you think Republicans will never impeach and are willing to go down with any ship, even a Russian ship, then let them put their name into the history books with their nay vote.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.